The candidates for USG leadership took the debate stage last night, and the competition may not be so friendly.
Plus, the campus sensation you may have seen on your For You page. Just ahead, we take a look at the new building at Viterbi.
And a second wave of flu cases is spreading around the country. USC's chief medical officer has thoughts on why.
Annenberg TV News is next.
USG election season has kicked off with the USG debate. Hi, I'm Sebastian Soto.
And I'm Daniela Lake. During the debate, the four tickets explored the best ways to improve student life.
Last night's debate focused on topics ranging from free speech on campus to political polarization. The candidates also explained some of the changes they'd like to make if elected.
We're running on 5 main pillars: our self-support, sustainability, academic resources, health and wellness, and representation.
Our biggest point is Fleet, which is a student-run USC's first ever digital marketplace for students by students, where you can sell your student football tickets, your subleases, and your furniture on one centralized marketplace.
Our platform is really just based on amplifying the voices of students. This means implementing ChatGPT EDU, which you can work with it for their students, free laundry for USC housing.
Because now we are focusing on the ChatGPT do's and don'ts, how to properly and most effectively use ChatGPT in the classroom, because a lot of classrooms and professors are leaning into AI.
These are the four tickets for the USG presidential race. If you want to learn more about each of their platforms, visit the USG website at usg.usc.com. Annenberg Media's Peyton May went to the debate. Peyton, what were some things that stood out to you last night?
That's right, Sebastian. I spoke to a couple of students who attended last night's debate. Some of them had roles in USG. They all wanted to get to know the candidates better and encouraged other students to do the same.
It was so great to see everyone out here standing up for the students of the school and making sure we have a voice.
Yeah, I think it was a great debate between the candidates. I'm really happy about the commitment to substance. I think every platform really fleshed out their proposals.
You're paying for USG, so I hope you know that it's in your tuition, so whether you vote or not, they get your money. So go ahead and vote.
So Peyton, you went to the debate last night. What can you tell us about the energy of the different tickets?
Yeah, there was a lot of energy in the room, a lot of attendees that were excited to be there and ask questions of each of the tickets. And it was really clear from being there that each of them were there to talk about their policies and their proposals and their opportunity to hopefully better our USC campus.
And what were some of the questions the students in attendance asked them?
One of the big questions was about how each ticket was planning to support undocumented students or international students that are holders of HB1 visas, especially with how much confusion and uncertainty there's been on campus with recent executive orders by the Trump administration. That was a big focal point, as well as how specific tickets were planning on implementing some of their policies. They wanted more details about how they were going to go about these things.
And what were some of the policy ideas regarding campus life that were presented yesterday?
Yeah, there was quite a bit of overlap. We heard in those clips earlier, there was some discussion about ChatGPT and implementing an EDU service or ChatGPT Plus for all students. There was also a lot of talk about food. How do we expand and improve upon food accessibility on campus, as well as campus security? We have those ID checkpoints at various entrances on campus, and we still have the internal fences around Doheny and Alumni Park. And a lot of the tickets talked about how we can address safety while making sure that students are able to get on campus and feel safe while doing so.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Peyton.
Thank you.
The newest USC building has been taking TikTok by storm. We asked students why they're so excited about Ginsberg Hall, part of the Viterbi School of Engineering.
I actually saw it on Instagram, and that's how I found out about it. That's why I came here super early, hoping that one of them will be open, but they're all of them are taken right now.
I thought it was a cool place to study and definitely interesting to try out, a nice enclosed space with no distraction.
Just walked down here for the first time right now and saw it for the first time, and I was kind of shocked.
I just wish they had more of them because they're always full.
We spoke with Viterbi's Director of Space and Design to learn more about why this building is so special.
It does offer a different type of environment than you find in most spaces at the university, but this building does provide a lot of student amenity space. It is some of the comments that I've seen, I think are true. It gives you a much more modern feel. It has a little bit more of a corporate feel than it does an academic feel, and I think that's something that this generation of students are embracing.
This is a new home for Viterbi students, but all USC students can enjoy the building spaces, including a sunken garden and open atrium.
A former school superintendent and 8 current students are suing the LA Unified School District. They allege misuse of an arts funding increase approved more than 2 years ago. The director of one music program says the money is going only for new hires, not existing programs like his.
We're at 40% less schools this year than last. And I can't tell you exactly how much of that is due to Prop 28. It might be due to some other budgetary cutbacks, but I know that it's significantly due to Proposition 28. Because yeah, they're using the funds to hire the music teacher or the art teacher and saying, okay, we don't need you guys anymore.
The LAUSD response? Quote, "We have sought to clarify any misunderstandings regarding Prop 28, and we continue to follow implementation guidance as provided by the state of California." State education officials have not weighed in, but 3 school district labor unions announced their support for the lawsuit.
Yeas are 52, nays are 48. Nomination is confirmed.
The U.S. Senate has confirmed Tulsi Gabbard as the new Director of National Intelligence. This decision marks the end of a lengthy confirmation process. In the last 2 days alone, senators debated over 30 hours before the vote this morning. Welcome to Politics in Play, the segment where we update you on major stories making headlines in the political world. I'm your host, Luca Crisostomo. Tulsi Gabbard's confirmation took especially long because of questions about her qualifications. Gabbard was grilled about support for authoritarian leaders such as Syria's ousted President Bashar al-Assad and Russian President Vladimir Putin. She also deflected questions about her past defense of Edward Snowden, who leaked NSA secrets in 2013. As Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard will be in charge of overseeing and coordinating the entire United States intelligence community, which includes agencies like the CIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, along with the NSA. Back to you, Daniela.
A second wave of flu is spreading across the country. USC's chief campus health officer noted this may be due to Americans' growing hesitation about getting vaccinated.
We have a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and vaccine hesitancy in the world right now. So we're seeing kind of record lows of flu vaccines on campus, as well as just in the world. And the unfortunate impact of that is we're just seeing more people with the flu, more people with complications of the flu.
According to the CDC, this was one of the worst flu seasons in several years, and health experts warn the flu is here to stay for weeks to come. This flu season, there have been a staggering 24 million reported cases, over 300,000 hospitalizations, and 13,000 deaths. Parents, educators, and community leaders rallied outside the U.S. Capitol ahead of Linda McMahon's confirmation hearing tomorrow for Education Secretary. The Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, has terminated over $880 million worth of contracts within the Education Department. Teachers' unions say that these actions threaten student privacy and educational research.
That public education is the backbone of American democracy. It's where all of our people come together to learn and to grow. And our job is not to destroy public education, it is to significantly improve it.
McMahon has said she supports parental rights and college alternatives like vocational schools.
President Trump announced he has ordered the U.S. Treasury to stop producing the penny, calling the coin, quote, "so wasteful." But does his idea make sense? Turns out the idea may have merit. According to the Treasury Department, it cost 3.7 cents to make the 1 cent coin. Last year, the U.S. economy lost $85 million in penny production. A local coin collector and dealer knows her penny history.
For coin collectors, for coin dealers, the most collectible coin is the Lincoln penny. So it's just sad because Abraham Lincoln is a he's a big man historically, and so imagine with the cents. But yeah, it's really sad as a coin collector. It was the second coin I've ever collected with my dad when I was 6. I wouldn't be surprised that many people are just going to just buy every single one of 2025 now.
The U.S. would not be the first country to stop producing the coin. Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and a number of other countries have already done so. Seniors, check out GradFest to find their grad fits.
SoCal is being hit with one of the worst storms of the season. We look at how this might affect areas impacted by the fires.
And we take a look at our 5-day forecast and see if there's any more rain coming up.
The strongest storm of the season is set to hit Southern California, bringing heavy rain, snow, and potential landslides throughout the region. A flash flood warning goes into effect tomorrow afternoon for the burn scar areas in LA and Ventura counties. Watch out for dangerous debris flows.
One of the things that we're looking for are debris flows that we're watching out for, are debris flows, and there's always a risk of flooding. But especially in the burn scar areas, debris flows are a primary concern. We did, with some folks from UCLA, we went out yesterday and did some drone flights to take like an initial view of the landscape. And so we plan to do that after the storm and see if it's triggered a bunch of debris flows or not.
This will be the worst storm of the season, with heavy rains, landslides, strong winds, and even snow. Officials warn drivers to stay off the roads on Thursday. Kat, can you tell us a little bit more about what we can expect in the weather this week?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Daniela. Wow, it's really coming down outside. It is currently 52 degrees and cloudy outside. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. USC, make sure to get your umbrellas out because both Thursday and Friday, it will be pouring rain with a high of about 60 degrees and a low of 50. And then on Saturday, the rain clears up and it will be cloudy with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 45. On Saturday, it's pretty similar with a high of 69 degrees and a low of 47 degrees. And on Monday, the sun finally comes out with a high of 65 degrees and a low of 47 degrees. That's all for the weather. Sebastian, back to you.
Seniors, are you ready for graduation? GradFest is in full swing at the Tudor Center. The 2-day event showcases everything seniors need for commencement. GradFest is your place for one-stop shopping. From diplomas, caps, gowns and tassels to free t-shirts and hats, they have you covered for graduation. During the event, USC seniors spoke about their last days of college and what comes next.
My family has a business in New York, so I'm planning to go into it, and I'm a little bit nervous about, living up to the expectation, but at the same time, I'm really excited to contribute.
I'm most looking forward to being done with classes, but the fourth year, I'm burnt out. If I have to wake up at 9 a.m. one more time to go to class and sit down in a lecture, I'm gonna lose my mind. So that's what I'm most excited about.
Graduation celebrations kick off Wednesday, May 14th, with each school hosting their own event. USC's main commencement ceremony will take place May 15th at 7 p.m.
Well, USC women's basketball enters a Big Ten battle with the nation's best right here in our backyard for a rivalry matchup. And USC men's basketball waking up with a smile on their face after Tuesday night's date with Penn State. Still ahead, the Trojan men's volleyball squad gears up for a massive test as they take on number 2 UC Irvine tonight.
Welcome back to ATVN Sports. I'm Kamyar Muradi.
And I'm Dominique Williams. Big time pressures await on the eve of a big rivalry game. USC women's basketball enters another top 10 battle against UCLA Thursday night. Kiki Arafin and Talia Von Alphen talks about the significance behind the rivalry.
I come from a school that had a really big rivalry with Oregon, and it was always super personal and a week that you look forward to. So coming here, I didn't really realize how big the rivalry was. So I think it's super cool to be a part of it.
I think it's super special that we're in a great conference like the Big Ten. We have a lot of top 10 teams, and I think not looking too much into the future, but being able to play teams like this, playing the #1 team in our regular season will only help us for March.
Last time out between USC and UCLA split their 2 regular season meetings before the Trojans won a double overtime thriller with a score of 80-70 in the Pac-12 tournament. Key players to watch: Juju Watkins, who's averaging 23.9 points per game, plus 6.7 rebounds per game. Lauren Betts for UCLA is averaging 19.6 points per game and 9.7 rebounds per game. All right, the 2 Los Angeles powerhouse have dominated in their new conference. A win for USC can shake up the standings in the conference and put the Trojans in their first place with a head-to-head tiebreaker. Kamyar, how do you think Kiki's gonna respond to Lauren Betts on tomorrow's matchup?
I think she's going to rise to the occasion. There's no one I'd rather have in the paint than Kiki herself. How do you think they're going to win this game?
I did notice that when we were looking up the stats that USC has been struggling from the three-point line. So if all the players like Juju, Avery, Malia can step up, even Kennedy Smith has been dominant from the three-point line, I think we can play spoiler and knock out the #1 unbeaten team.
Let's hope so.
All right, top 6 showdown, city bragging rights, and a shot at taking down #1 UCLA. Tip-off for the Battle of LA is set for 7 p.m. Thursday night at the Galen Center.
USC men's basketball put a whooping on the Nittany Lions yesterday at the Galen Center. The three-point line was on fire as the Trojans shot a season-high 75%. With 4 out of the 5 starters scoring in double digits, senior transfer guard Chipuzo Agbo led all scorers with 21. He canned 7 threes as he made it look effortless. Coach Musselman talked about the trials and tribulations before the game.
This was a must-win for us. You know, we talked about it. It was, a discombobulated week. Went into today's shoot-around and basically canceled it, turned it into a walkthrough, completely scrapped the entire practice plan.
With the madness of March coming around the corner, the Must Bus hopes to be all gas, no brakes against the Gophers this Saturday.
For the first time since 1991, USC volleyball has a 9-0 record. Now the number 5 team in the country faces their toughest challenge yet against number 2 UC Irvine. The 8-0 Anteaters are having a historical season with their best start since 2007. The team leads the nation in serving. Serve receive will be a key point for the Trojans in tonight's matchup. To keep the momentum going, the Trojans will need to go in on their attacking percentage and apply the pressure on blocking. There's a handful of veterans and rookie hitters on USC's front line who will be the leaders in this matchup. The Trojans will play tonight at Irvine and take on the Anteaters on Friday at home in 2 highly anticipated matchups as they look to continue the positive momentum.
The only reasons I've heard of George Washington University are because Sean Moradi and Red Auerbach both attended there. Now they are about to face the most decorated college baseball team in the entire country, the USC Trojans. It's been 27 years since the boys in Cardinal and Gold brought home any hardware. Last season's subpar 31-28 record was encapsulated by a loss to Arizona in the Pac-12 tournament final. I haven't felt a heartbreak like that since J.R. Smith thought the game wasn't tied. The Trojans begin their series with the Revolutionaries on Valentine's Day and continue their season with in-state rivals UC Irvine and CSU Bakersfield. With a brand new $200 million stadium on the way, the Trojans are set to play every home game in Irvine this season. Let's hope they make like Big Al and hit dingers. Well, that's all for ATVN Sports this Wednesday. I'm Kamiar Moradi.
And I'm Dominique Williams. Now over to Daniela for more about a special day coming up tomorrow.
Happy Galentine's Day Eve. We'll show you the best places to celebrate with your gals. Get your red and pink ready. Galentine's Day is tomorrow, and students all over campus are making special plans to celebrate with their girlfriends.
I'm having a Galentine's with my friend group, and we're bringing snacks. We're going to enjoy each other's company, play music.
Me and my roommates are getting together and baking cupcakes and cookies, and then we are kind of just watching a movie together.
Tomorrow, my roommates and I, 2 of us, or 3 of us in total, are going to go out to the movies and spend some time together. Probably I'll wear some variation of pink or red to celebrate.
If you're looking for Galentine's festivities, there are many celebrations tomorrow off campus. A celebration at the City Club LA, a soiree at the Mayborn in Beverly Hills, and a sip and paint presented by Her Ex Spirit at 722 South Los Angeles Street. Galentine's Day is actually recognized as a national holiday every year on February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, but you still have to go to class. Thanks for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Daniela Lake.
And I'm Sebastian Soto. For more coverage, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time. Good night.